Yes. Can you tell anybody confirm whether we can hear it or not? Yes, welcome to this new session. Today we will talk about strings and multi-array, and we will discuss some questions related to that. And you must have noticed that I'm not at my usual place. I'm outside of my college, so that's why the background is different. Okay, so we will wait for around 2 more minutes, and then we will start. Okay, let's start now. So in this week, we are going to talk about strings, and then we are going to talk about multi-array. And these are two things that are interesting in today's discussion session. And so with this, our first question is, which module in Python too much noise? Is it fan noise or the background noise? Yes, you can, if it's the fan noise, I can turn off the fan, or otherwise it's the background noise. Okay, maybe I should turn off the fan, right? Wait, wait, I will turn off. Is it okay now? Can everybody hear me clearly? Okay, thank you. So now let's come to our first question. So everyone is replying that which module in Python provides constant and functions for working with strings? And options are A, str, option B is string, option C is text, option D is text util. So a lot of you are saying it's option A, str, but so let us check which option is correct. So I'm going to say one tab here and let let me let me go through the details. So first let's include str. If str is a module in Python, so we can import it, right? But when we try to import it, you may notice there is an error. So it is saying that no module named str. Okay, that means option A is wrong. Which options are there? Now option B is string. Okay, option B is string. So let us try to import. Let us try to import the second one. Import string, and once we do it, so it's imported. So that means the second option second option is correct. The second option is B, and that is string. It's correct. Okay. Now I will go on to the next question. So B option is correct. Now the next question is, so what does string.ascii letters contain? So you know that string is a module in Python. So now, okay, there was someone is raising hand. Yeah. Option C is both uppercase and lowercase letters. Yeah. So I think you guys know that correct option is C. And because string.ascii letters actually, so whatever letters are there in English alphabet, so all letters are there, and they are both uppercase and lowercase in ASCII letters. So let us see how it goes. So let us first import the string module. So once we have imported the string module, we can write print string dot letter, and once we run this, we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, to up to G, and then in capital letters we have A, B, C, D up to G. Okay, so so the option C is correct. That means the 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 string dot ASCII letters contain both uppercase and lowercase letters, and there is no numerical digit here. So maybe there would be some different module inside the string module that will have the digits. And similarly, you can also think of some different module will be there for the punctuations and all other things. Okay, so let us see that option C is correct. Now next question is, which function from the string module capitalizes the first letter of each word in a string? So option A is the capitalize, option B is title, option C is upper, option D is capital. So, okay, uh, So it is saying like which function from the string module capitalizes the first letter of each word in a string. And lot of you are replying with that option B is correct. So let us see both what happens. So let us say we have a string. String is nothing but hello. Okay, no, not let's write this H if small, small letter. Now let's print string dot upper. Okay, no, no, it's not upper. It's active, right? Right. Okay. So you see, like the output is capital HELLO. That means the first letter of this this string that is hello has been capitalized. So that means the option is correct, but somebody has said that title also gives the same thing. Let us check that. So let us go for as we have already defined. So let us just uh, print string dot title. Yeah, it is doing the same thing. Now let us see what will be the difference between the string dot capitalize and title. So let us write hello world here and let us run it through this. So you see the first word of this string has been capitalized, whereas when we use title, the the word that are separated by a space, both the first character in both of the word gets capitalized. Okay, so I hope you have got the difference uh, between the use of string that capitalized and hello world. Sorry, that title. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys, for the speaking for 1 second. Thank you, guys, for waiting. Now let us go to our next question. I hope I have made myself very clear. Okay, let us see. There is upper and then there is caps word. So let us see each option from them. What happens if we use upper? So let us print string dot upper and then run it. So here you see all the words in the string gets capitalized. Now if we try to use another one that is string dot uh, that next this one is caps words cap words. Okay, let us see what happens with that cap WRDF and then select. So you see it's attribute here means that string object that means this string that we are importing here this module does not have any attribute that is called caps word. Okay, so the correct option in this question is option A because so the correct option for okay my question is which of the functions from the string module capitalizes the first letter of each word in a string. Okay, so the correct option will be B actually. So it will be my mistake because I have put the correct answer as A, but the correct answer is B. If I have asked that what will be the string module that capitalizes the first letter of a string, then the option A will be correct because as you have seen the difference between capitalize and then title. So title what it does, it capitalizes the first letter of each word. Okay. So it's my bad. So the option B should be correct. And question number four is how can you check if a string contains only lowercase letters using string module? So options are A is lower, B is alpha, C S digit is lowercase. So you know that in a string module there is a module named each lower. It checks for each lower means there is a module named similar each lower. That means that it checks for whether the given string has any character that are in lowercase or uppercase. Okay, so let us go to our coding directory and this Google Colab directory, and here we can check about this one. So it's lower, right? We can we can uh, we can check this engine print print string dot age lower and then right. So as you can see, it's not giving uh, any kind of string value, but it is rather giving a boolean as output, right? So here the boolean is true or false. So it just checks for the content in a string, and based on the lowercase or uppercase of the characters, it gives us a boolean value. Okay, so let us say if it define a new string that is str new, and let us say it has only it has it has something like this, that the first character is capital, and then if we try to check for this one strn is lower. So strn is our string name, and we are checking for if it's lower or not. So as we can see that first letter of this string is capital, and then when we try to print this string, uh, when we try to print the strn dot is lower, means that it is checking for whether the string contains lower alphabets or not. So it is clear that it does not, because our first letter is capital, first character is capital. That means it is giving us false boolean value as an output. Okay. Now there is the second option is alpha that checks for the alphabetic value, and then there is S digit that checks for the digit value. So there are different things. Now next go so the option A is correct. That is lower module checks for the characters whether they are lower case or upper case. Okay, so next question is which of the following is okay. So let me save this tab. Okay, so the answer is A is lower. Now next question is which of the following is used for generating random passwords with the string module? Okay, so here you know that we have already talked about the random module in Python. So you just import a module called random, and we have already discussed about different sub modules of this random module that were choice, random, rand range, something like that. So where we can actually generate a random integer or a random numbers between a range, and similarly we can have a random choice between from a given list. Okay, so that's what is happening here. So So here we are generating a random password based on the string.ascii letters that are there in the Python module itself. Okay, so in the string module itself inside the Python uh, program. So which of the options will be correct here? Can somebody guess? Yes. So Kokila has said that it's B because yeah. So C is correct because you have already learned about this random module. So now in random module, there is choice module where you give some input. So that is iterable. Means that iterable means you can go through the each element of it. So what happens? What happens when you give something like this to random dot choice? It randomly selects one value out of it. So now what happens when you have string dot ASCII letter? So it is a letters of all the lowercase alphabet and all the uppercase alphabet. So now what happens when you try to run this code, it will select only one alphabet from that that lowercase and uppercase alphabet. Okay. So let us see what will be the output of this. So let us first import random, and then we have to import our string module, and then what we have to do? We have to we are going to just print this. So random dot, because we have imported the random module, so we are going to import random dot choice, and then what we are going to do? Then we are going to give this a string dot letters. Okay, ASCII letter. Sorry, not the letter. Okay. Also, it's problem here. The indentation problem also. I think we have imported random. Then we are what we are doing. We are choosing randomly a random choice, and then inside this bracket, inside random choice, we are asking for string dot fc fc letters, and then we are running. So you see, there is this J, capital J. We can see in the output. So now if we go about it, like we can run it again and again. So it will just randomly give us some output. So it's new now, but it should also go through the lowercase. So here you can see here it's the lowercase k. So you understood like how this random module works. So here because uh, what is this? This string dot ASCII letters. It is nothing but uh, let's say we can store this in a variable named uh, string strm, and let's say display this. Now let us print the strl. Okay, so you can see it's just a string, and we can also print the type of this new variable strl. So type strl, and then we can find it's a class of string, right? That means this thing is nothing but a string, that we are giving to this random dot choice function. And what it is doing, it is randomly selecting one character from this string. We can because we can also use this random dot choice function in this way also. So let's say we have a list which equal to nothing but one, two, three, four, five. Because this list is iterable, means we can iterate through each element of this. We can also use print random dot choice. So here we have ls. We just pass it. So it's randomly selecting five. Okay, once we run again, it's one. Once we run it again, it's three. Now once we run it again, three again. Once we run it again, it's four. So you understood. Like this is how this random word chess function works. Because if you pass a table here, it will just give a random number from there. Now let us write our strarray, that is our string of ASCII letters, to uppercase and lowercase. Okay, once you run this, so, okay, F, and then it was earlier O, now G, then again if we run it again, it's the L, capital L, and once we run it again, it's capital Q. So I hope you have understood like how this ASCII underscore letter works in the module inside string module. And you have also understood how this random dot choice function works, right? Now, based on this understanding, if somebody asks you to uh, make a make a password, let's say four character password, that is randomly generated by you, but means by the computer. So how you are going to do this? So uh, so for that I have written something. So what you can do, you can just you can just have a password. Let's say password length four. So you have this password length, and that is four. Now what are you doing? It's just nothing but you are using this join function, and you have this random dot twice, and it is asking for string dot escalator, and then for underscore in range of password length. So this is a for loop that is giving us again and again a different characters from this thing, and then those characters are string. That's why we have used uh, this string dot join function, and then we can print the password. So let's run this. So you see ACQS. It's a unique combination of this password. Now again AWS JetDB. Okay, so this is the one of the uses of this thing that you can inherently generate a password. Okay, so the option B is correct. Does anybody have any question in this? Please feel free to ask. Like you can ask anything. Okay. Okay. If not, then we can move on to our next question. So our next question is, what is the purpose of string dot punctuation constant? So as I have already told you that the string module is a module how to generate a password that contains character and numbers both. Okay. So if it is so we can do that also. So let us try to do that. so which can have both. So let us say we know. Okay, you know that if we have a string strn, we have a string of letters. So let's say strl, string of letters, and it is nothing but a string dot. Okay, let us start from the scratch. So you import a string library. You import. So you have imported string library. Okay. Now what you are going to import? You are going to import a random module, random library. Now you know that strl is a variable. Which now you know that if I call the string module, there is a sub module ASCII letters. Sorry.
Sir, screen is not visible.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So string dot. So what I'm doing, I'm just importing two modules, string and random. Okay, as before. Then I'm saying that if I have these two modules imported, then I can store the uppercase and lowercase both letters, ASCII letters. Okay, in the strl string. Okay. Now what we can do, we can print it. So strl, we can print. Just for showing you guys, like this is the output of this. So both capital and small letters of this English alphabet are here. Now what we can do, we can also do something like, okay, now we have just printed it. So we can also do something print. Okay, if it is so, now we can create a numerical number. So strn, and I think it's from string dot uh, it's digits. So let us run this. Now let us print strn. So you see both. Okay. So who was asking the question? Priyanshi Shukla. Okay. How to generate password that contains character and numbers both. So now you see, like we have the numbers and we have the characters, right? Now what we can do? We can make a new string, strn, string new, and which is what? Because you know you can convert in it two strings using this summation sign. So strn plus strn. So it will contain what? It will contain both. Let us print this strn that we have just made. So sorry. Uh-huh. SRT and SRT. First let's run this. It's modified. Now let's run this. So you know, you see that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, 2 up to G in capital letter and small letter. Then we have this numerical. Now what we can do, we can simply say how many, what is the password length. So let's say password length, and we have this password length, let's say 6. And then what we can do, we can just print our password. So let's say password is nothing but first. So first let's say it's empty. You can use this trick also, like where you just join what is coming out of the for loop. So you are just joining and you are using a random choice. The same thing as before. So here you are using this SRT that you have made inside this random dot choice function. And then what you are doing, you are saying that for uh, or I in range password, sorry, for underscore in range password length. And the password length is 6. Now, now what you can do, you can print the password. Okay. Now what will happen? So it's random, but you see, it is containing the some numerical value, but it is still not very good because it is not sure. Like each time, it will give a numerical value inside this password. So for that, what you can do, you can separately give the numerical value and get some numerical value, and you can separately uh, get the character value, and then after that concatenate both of them. So that would be the definite way to get numerical value inside your password. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Did you understand, PMC? Hello. Uh, okay. Uh, so can we move on to next question? Okay. So I will move on to the next question. So here, so our question was before this question of passwords were there. The question number 6 was this: what is the purpose of string dot punctuation constant? So options are A, it contains punctuation characters. B, it contains only letters. C, it contains only number. D, it contains both uppercase and lowercase letters. Okay, so what we can do here is just go to, we can just go to uh, our IDE, and we can just print whatever is there. Just we have to import the string library. It is imported, and then what we can do, uh, we can print string dot punctuation. So you can clearly see like what are the outputs of this thing. So it's exclamation mark, double quote, then hashtag, then dollar sign, then modulo operator, then and operator, then it's brackets. All these special character type of things are here, right? So these are the punctuations that are there inside this Python, this string library in Python. So now so the correct answer will be it contains punctuation characters, it only contains letters, it only contains number, it contains both uppercase and lowercase letters. So the correct answer will be anyone? Yeah, A. So correct answer will be A. And because like we have seen like string dot ASCII letters, then string dot digits, right? And then we have seen string dot punctuation. So you can see like it almost covers all the keyword, numerical values, and the special character. So you can use them inside your program by using this string module. Okay. So uh, option A is correct. Now, our next question is, so what is the output of the following code? Here you can see we have imported a string module, and then we have a variable s where we have given hello world inside uh, inside a bracket, and then there are a lot of exclamation mark and then other special characters. So and then I'm defining a new variable result where I am using strip function, and then I'm saying that a string dot punctuation for the hey, so it's 1 second. Yeah, ये थोड़ा सा इसमें लाइट नहीं आ रही क्या इस वाले में नहीं मुझे तो नहीं मिल रहा है ना ओके चलिए ठीक हेलो तो ओके so I think sorry I think I have made a mistake while making this question because in the result I am printing string dot punctuation, right? But we know that okay, no, it's fine. There is no mistake. Okay. So what we are doing, we are saying that s dot strip. So strip what it does, it actually strips the special character from the very end of the string. So and we are saying that uh, inside this argument, like string dot punctuation. So it is saying like remove the every punctuations that are there in the beginning and in the end of the string. So what is there in the middle, it won't be removed. So it won't be stripped out. Okay. So so what do you think? What will be the output of this question number 7? So, response. Okay. Anyway, let us check this. So let us say I have this. I am importing a string. Then I have defined a string f, and then I have written inside a big bracket as the hello common world WORLD triple exclamation mark means that there are special characters, then the line character or character, then just some comma. That's it. Now what I said, like there is a variable result, and what is it doing? It is just doing nothing but so it is dot s dot strip, and what it is doing inside the strip function, it is uh, it is we are passing string dot punctuation, and then we are printing result. Okay, so once we run this, we see so so there was this bracket in the beginning of this string, and there was two exclamation mark, one or character, one one comma, and then one bracket again. And what we have passed through this was this like string dot punctuation. So strip all the punctuations that are in the beginning and in the end of this string, and then print the result. So you see, like the comma here in the end of the string was also removed, but whatever there in the middle was not removed. So this comma is still here. Okay, only the special characters have been removed. Okay, does anybody want to ask any question here? Okay, if not, so uh, if this is this, let's see what happens if we put, let's say, a numerical value here, 2, and we run this. So again, as I told, so it considers 2 as a, uh, so 2 is the end point of the string. And after that ending, there is no special character. So all the characters that are in between, all the special characters that are in between the these two h and the numerical value 2 has survived because I told you that strip functions only strip the punctuations that are the very beginning or the very end of the string, because you see the brackets have been now uh, uh, disappeared. Now it's let's us put something outside of the bracket also. So you we will see that this also this bracket also survives. Okay, so this is how this strip works. Now if ask something like string dot string dot thing, that is digits. So you see now the digits have been removed. Okay, that means this strip function works like whatever the argument you pass here, it will compare the string end point with that and then remove the corresponding thing. So here you see this one is not appearing and here two is not appearing because the we have passed string dot digits as an argument to the strip function. Okay, so coming back to our question, the answer is hello world with a comma, and there will be no exclamation mark. Okay, so option B is correct. Now our next question is question number 8, and this is which of the following is a correct representation to convert a string S in uppercase in Python? So what do you think? So somebody is saying like it's A, so S dot upper. So here we are asking the question which of the following is a correct representation to convert a string S in uppercase in Python. Yes. So as we have already seen that S dot upper converts all the string characters into uppercase characters. Okay. So we can check this by doing this thing here. So we have imported string, and then we have defined something like and variable that string some value. Hey, I am here. Exclamation mark. Now, so what we are going to do, we are going to use print var dot upper, and you see all the string characters has been converted to, those are the lowercase characters has been converted to the uppercase character. So if I have already a uppercase character here, I'm sorry. So you see, I have imported a string and I have named a variable here. Hey, I am here. Hey, I am here, and then I have just typed where dot upper, and you see I am getting the output. Hey, I am here, in all the characters are in uppercase. Okay. Now what we can do, we can now uh, print something. Okay, it is so. Okay, let us check what happens if I have already one uppercase character in my string. So it's irrelevant to this uppercase. It converts all the characters irrespective whether they are uppercase or lowercase. So all the characters will be converted to uppercase. Okay. Okay, then option A is correct. Now next question is uh, option A is correct. Now our next question is, what is the output of the following? So here we are importing a string. Then we are saying like our string has a variable named s, and that is something the following. Then we are saying s is equal to s. So we are again storing uh, we again storing the value that is being returned from the replace function. So s dot replace l and then comma then p. That means the values l that are there in string s should be replaced with the character p. Okay, then we are printing the string. So what do you think? Which of the following will be correct? Option D. Okay. Yes, Agrawal and Priyanka Shukla, yes, both of you are correct because all the characters, so replace function, it actually replaces all the characters with the given character. Okay. So let us see. So option D is correct. But let us see what we can do more with this replace function. So let me write this here. So our question was this, yes. Okay. We imported string. Then we have the variable name there. So we have returned value. And then we have set s again store the value that is being returned from the place. And in the inside the place we have used L, and it was separated by sorry, it is being replaced by P, and then again we are printing again S. Now what we have is FO. Okay, but what we can do more with this? So let us copy all these things. Let us put it here. Now let us say we have double L in the string. So we are now going to replace the double L with P, and you can see it's a HEPO now. So all the double L have been replaced with P. Now if we, let's say we put triple L here, then what happens? So it's because okay. So now you can see it's giving us hello. That means it is now searching for the triple L that are simultaneously present inside the string. So it can replace that character, the whole character, with a new character P. But since it is failing to find one inside that string, it is not changing the string any by any means, and it is giving the original string. Now, if we say like it is there. So uh, you can also do this thing also. So L can be replaced with O, PO. So if you do this also, it is also correct. So here you say HEPOPO and then O. So it works both ways. So you can define a character or a set of characters that are not there in the string, and you can replace any character by the defined set of characters that is being defined by you. Okay, so this is how this replace function works in the string. Does anybody have any question here? Anyone? If no question, then we can move on to our next question. So this option D is correct. And next question is predict the output of following. So option D was correct. But the next question is the predict the output of the following. So what we have done here, we have imported a string, and then we want the index of ELL. So what do you think? Which option will be correct? Anyone? Okay. So yes, both of are you correct? Yasi and Priyanshi, both of you have replied it correctly. Because what happens in this S dot index, let me go here. So what happens here is this, as the characters are ELL, so in your hello, now this index of this one is after H and before O. Okay. So what happens? Because it starts with 0, then if this whole block has been assigned a index 1 and this has been assigned a index 2. So that's why we get as output as 1. Okay. So let us check this in, and that's why the option B is correct. So let us check this in the IDE by coding it. So let's say we had a variable s, small s, and that is storing the keyword hello. Then what it is doing, it is doing nothing but it is printing the index, print as the index, and the keyword have EL. So it finds the index and it is 1. Now what happens if we increase the value of something, let's say we put 2h here. So what happens to the index value? It's changed. Obviously, it should change because first first capital H comes at 0, then second capital H comes at 1, then ELL comes at 2, then O comes at 3. Okay, so the index of O ELL uh, here is at position 2. But now if I search for the S dot index 0, so what do you think? What will be the output? If I search for print S dot index and I put a character O, so what will be the output? Can anybody guess? It's very simple. Please, guys, if you guess, then it will be like more kind of takeaway thing for you. If you, even though if you guess it wrong, yeah, Yasi, I think he has guessed it correctly because now you are searching for O, and now you have the keyword HHELLO. So first comes at 0, then second H comes at 1, then E comes at 2, then first L comes at 3, then second L comes at 4, then O comes at 5. So let us check this O and let us run there. Yes, it's correct. So now you've understood how this index uh, function works, right? So it takes whatever you are searching for, and from where you are searching up to where you are searching as one thing. And based on that, it gives the correct index out of the string. Okay. So I hope everybody have understood how this index function works. Madan, do you want to ask any question? Hello. Hello.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, correct.
Madan, can you mute yourself?
என்ன பேச சொல்றாங்க? என்ன பேச
Okay. Thank you. Now let us go to our next question, and that is predict the output of the following. So now you can see like our question number 10 was correct. So it is printing nothing but the index of ELL, and that is 1. So option B is correct. Now the question number 11 is related with the array module of so it's related to the NumPy library, and there is a module named array inside this NumPy library. So let- so here what I'm doing, I have created a three cross. I have created a 3 cross 1 matrix, you can say, and then edge A, and then I have created a uh, 1 cross. Okay, so first one is 1 cross 3. It was 1 row, 3 columns. Second one is 3 row, 1 column, and then we are multiplying these two. So what do you think? What is the output? Can anybody guess? If not, if yeah, it's option D. It's actually correct. Option D is correct because it's nothing but a matrix multiplication. So let's say, okay, let me grab my pen. So what is happening here? It's one, two, comma, three, and four, and this is nothing but A, and the B is nothing but this one, two, three. Okay, so now you know if you do A times B in the matrix multiplication, what happens? If this it's one cross two, no, no. So it's multiplication. So what happens? We have okay. So what happens? One will be multiplied with one, two will be multiplied with one, three will be multiplied with one, one to three. Then one to three will be multiplied with two, four, six, and three, six, nine. Okay. So let us see this. So we have four. So if you are not, I think you have already familiar with NumPy library of Python. So import NumPy as NP, then a variable is nothing but np.array, and array, then inside this 1, comma 2, comma 3 are there. Then we have nothing but np.array, and inside this 1, comma 2, comma 2 are here. Now what we are doing, we are just multiplying these two, and then what happens? Okay, so this has to be put inside a list. Right now we are getting an error. Now, okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9. Okay, now how it is happening? So let us print the shape of each one. So print uh, shape shape of A. So it's np dot shape, and then print np dot shape of B, and first one is just the okay, three, and then second one is a three cross one. So if you multiply these two array, what happens? What happens is here, this array is just a one array. Okay, so it's a three. Its type is three. Means there is three elements inside this array. And what happens here? There are three elements in a one column. That's why it's shaped as three comma one. Okay. Now what happens? Once it is like this. So our A is nothing but one, two, and three, and B is nothing but one, two, and three. We were discussing multiplication of two arrays So we had two variables A and B, and we have seen how their shapes work. Then we multiplied. So this each element of this were multiplied with each element of this. Because since it was only three kind of uh, an array with three elements, but they were not like separated by any kind of comma. So they were only three. And then B has three element. Those were separated by a comma. Like they were inside a list, and then that list was inside of another list. So their shape was 3 cross 1 in 3 rows, 1 column. So that's why each element of this one has been multiplied with this one, this P array, and accordingly 2, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 4, 6, and then 3, 6, and 9, and so on. It is like this. Okay. Now, it has completed. Now we go to our next uh, question, and that is okay. But we have to a lot of to discuss here in this NumPy array. Right. So, sorry for this disturbance. Can you hear me? Hello. Can everybody hear me? I'm so sorry for this network issue. So we were discussing this multiplication of this array, right? Now let us go here and check what is happening. So, oh, I'm on mute. Oh, sorry. So let us check what is happening here. Okay, now, so I have this array. This is 1, 2, 3, and we printed the shape of this one. And this was just 3 and comma, nothing, but it was 3 comma 1, the shape of B. So if it is so, so how in the array, what is an array? So it's kind of a matrix. Array is a kind of a matrix. So you must have seen a 2 cross 2 or 4 cross 4 matrix, but array can be uh, like 3 cross 3 cross 3. So it can be three-dimensional array, or it can be 3 cross 4 cross 5. Means it can be any type of any dimensional type of array. Means it is not limited to our basic knowledge of this matrix. Okay, I think I have a good bandwidth now. I can now turn on my video. Okay, with this, let us discuss more about this array. So, okay, now what is the difference here using array, like using NumPy library and then using array? Whether can we do something like this? Just we have a variable 1, 2, and 3, and then we have a variable 1, and that is inside a list. So let us put it as it is 2, and then again 3, and then close it. So what will happen? Then we are going to print A into B, and then we are getting an error. And then error is what? Can't multiply sequence by non-integer type of list. Okay, so it is saying that if we have a list, if we have a list, so we can't do that with a list. But we can check one more thing. If we have something like this, 1, comma 2, comma 3. Then let's say both are same. Still, it is given an array. And it is saying the type error that can't multiply a sequence by non-int type of list. Means like list. Uh, so whatever the entry there is in this A and B, it is being treated as a element of a list. Okay, not an array, because we can check here print type, and we can type any of the element and we can index it, and then we can just print it. So we can print. Oh, sorry, we have to remove this. So it is saying it's a class of integer, but still it does not know. Like the Python does not know how to multiply two lists. Okay, so if you do this, you will get an error, and that's a type error because it is saying can't multiply a sequence by non-int type of list. But if you have something like this, let's say B is not a list, but it's a numerical value, then it is true. Then what happens? Your A will be multiplied with 2 times. That means it will be increased 2 times. If you do this in 3 times, it will be repeated by 3 times, and so on. So it is not like an array. But let's say, let's say we can convert this to variable to a list. One, okay, sorry, convert to these two variables as to an array. Then what will happen? We can just print. We can just have a new variables a and p dot. Uh, uh, we have to import a numpy. I have already imported it, so just type np dot array and then a, and then we have a new variable b, and that is nothing but np dot array and b, and then we have to just print a into b, and then we have 149. So each element of one array has been multiplied with the other element of the array. Means one has been multiplied with one, two has been multiplied with two, and three has been multiplied with three. Okay. Now what happens if we put, let's say, something like this? So one element now. So you see, now each element has been multiplied with uh, each element of A has been multiplied with each element of B, and then they were put in inside a list. Now, if we, what happens if we reverse the order? If we say B times A, it's the same thing. Okay. Okay. Change it more. Let's say for 4, 5, 6. So it's one is multiplied with 4, two is with 5, three is with 6. So changing the orders here does not matter actually. But if it is a matrix, then it would matter a lot. And for that, how we can make a matrix in a Python, in Python. So how you think of a matrix? You think of a matrix something like this. That is m times n. So it means it has m rows, this has m rows, and each has n column. Okay, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So if this is your matrix, how are you going to create it inside a Python? So for that, what we can do first, let us understood how we can create a row. Hmm, how we can create a 3 cross 1 row. So and we can have np dot array. Then inside the list we have 1 comma 2 comma 3. So we have created a array with 3 comma 1. That means 3 rows, 1 column, and we can verify it by using x dot. Oh, sorry, a tuple. So can do anything. You can use the numpy one, np dot save, and this x, and then you see it's 3 rows and 1 column. Now you have some variable y which you want to make 1 column but 3 rows, right? And for that you have to make a 2 cross 2 matrix, 2 cross 2 matrix type of thing. Means inside one square bracket you have to put another square bracket. Now what you do inside this square bracket, you separate it all the entries by a comma and so on. Now what will happen if you print this one, print np.save y. So you see now the order has changed. Now because for the variable x, the number of rows were 3 and the column were 1. Now here the columns are 1 and the rows are sorry, the rows are 1 and the columns are 3. Now what happens if you multiply these two? Print x multiplied by y. It's 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 3, 6, 9. Okay. Now what happens if you do np dot multiply x comma y? Sorry, dot multiply. So you see it's the same thing because what is happening here, I can explain. So first what you have okay. So you have 1, 2, 3 means 3 rows, 1 column, and then you have 1 row, 3 column. That means it is something like this. 1. Okay, first let me clear all this thing. So you have a variable x that is nothing but so it was 3 rows, 1 column. That means 1, 2, 3, and then you have a variable y, and that is nothing but 1 row, 3 column. 1, 2, and then 3. Then the resultant matrix x multiplied by y is nothing but this, where 1 multiplied with 1 and then 1 is being multiplied with 2, then 1 is being multiplied with 3 as you do in the matrix multiplication, then 2 is multiplied with 1, and then 2 is multiplied with 2, and 2 is multiplied with 3, and that is 6, and this is 4, and 3 is multiplied with 1, 3, and then 3 is multiplied with 2 is 6, and then 3 is multiplied with 3 is 9. Okay, the simple matrix multiplication. So this is how you create a matrix, and uh, you can create either by a row or a column, and by this, like by using this multiply, you can create a matrix multiplication. But what happens if we change the shape of these two? So let's say it's 1 comma 2, and then we are trying to multiply. So first one is 3 cross 1, and the first one is 1 cross 2. It will still multiply because it's possible to multiply the matrix where the number of columns in the first matrix and the number of the rows in the second matrix are equal. Okay, it's the rule. So that's why we are able to multiply it. But so for the first matrix, our number of rows is 3, columns is 1, and the second matrix, the number of rows is 1, and the columns are 2. So the resultant matrix would be the 3 cross 2 because the columns are now being vanished. So yes, obviously it's 1, 2, and 3 means there's three rows, and then only 2 in 3 means that 2 columns. Okay, it's it's correct now. But can we do the reverse? Means can we multiply y by x? It is possible. Okay. So it's doing the matrix multiplication. Okay. Now, but how it is doing? It is taking two arguments. It's doing the same thing, but it's multiplying along the column values. Means it's multiplying the row with the column, and then the resultant matrix is there. I think it is not taking care of the order here because xy is equal to ix. But when you do matrix multiplication, you know that AB is not equal to BA. So check into this, like how you can get Python to do a similar matrix multiplication. Okay, let us go for the division of this arrays. So let's say if we have array array A is equal to nothing but np dot array, and this is nothing but 1, comma 2, comma 3, and then we have array B is nothing but np dot array, and this is nothing but 1, comma 2, comma 3. Now we can also print np dot divide array A and array B. So it has nothing like divide. I think let's go for this explanation. Uh, okay, divide. So you can see like it has divided each element with corresponding element, and that's why you are getting 1, 1, 1. Otherwise, you would for the following case now, you will get something different, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so does the element by element division. So these are the basics of this array, and with this, let's move on to our next question. And our next question is, that is the output of the following. So here we have a simple string, and then we are printing s, and I have written something inside a big bracket, big square bracket, and that is 3 colon 12. So what do you think? What will be the output? Hello. Yeah, A. Yes, so A is correct because as I will already told you in previous session, array is an iterable object. So you can iterate through each element of this string. String is an iterable object. You can iterate through each element of this string. So that's why if we are trying to print here as 3 colon 12, so what is happening here? That each element of this array is being printed. So that's why we can get a. So this is the output because this is nothing but 0, 1, 2, and then here 3 starts. So that's why the space in this one. Uh, so there is a space here, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Our next question is, what are the consequences of image compression? So what do you think? Which options are correct? That's a B. I think it's a multiple choice, so you can have more. Yes, so Yasir Agrawal is right. It has both A and B. So it can actually lower your quality of the image because that's what the image compression means. Like you can also reduce in the size, and you can also reduce in terms of the quality of the image. So as you have already seen in the lectures, like where what they do, they go from 256 format to I think 32 format, and by this way they do the reduction of this file size, right? So yes, it can do both, and it can lower your quality of image, and it can reduce the file size. And did you know that the platform that we are using to communicate, this Google Meet, is actually not showing you the correct image of mine. Means it is showing you the reduced image of mine in real time because uh, uh, like propagating this type of large data, that is the video of mine in real time, it's very challenging. So that's why they perform a real time image reduction here. Maybe you can learn about fast Fourier transform, something related to that. So where they do this reduction using fast Fourier transform, and and, and that's why we were able to do video calls in real time. Okay, so yes, the options A and B both are correct. The next question is, what is the output of the following code? So again one of the property of the array. So what we are doing here, we are importing NumPy as NP. It's just a simple term because programmers love to write NumPy as NP. I don't know why, and I have also followed them. So I wrote NumPy library as NP. So it's a nickname of NumPy, and then we have a variable b, and that is nothing but np dot array. And then we have 2 cross 2 matrix, means the entries of 2 cross 2 matrix are 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means it's very important to understand that the 2 cross 2 matrix written here is like this. This is like the first row, then this is the second row, and these are the uh, this one is the first column. This is the first column. This is the second column. This is the first column. This is the second column, and accordingly you can see it here. So the second column, and the first row and the second. Okay. So it's nothing but a 2 cross 2 matrix. Now what they are saying, print print it np.sum. So it's performing a summation of what the matrix B, but along which axis 1. Axis 1, what is the axis here? So you know this is the axis and this is the axis. We can move along. But this is the axis called axis 0. This axis is called axis 0, and this is called axis 1. Okay. So if we are performing the sum along axis 1, that means this 1 plus 3 will be uh, 8. So we are performing the sum along axis 1. That means 1 plus 3 will be summed, and 2 plus 4 will be summed. That means 4, comma 6 will be the answer, right? Let us check for that. Why is that? It's 3, comma 7. Okay, let us check it here. And let's say we have variable. Sorry, let's say we have variables A and B. So uh, we have variable B with matrix. First, let's import the numpy module. Import numpy as np. Then we have variable B, and it's nothing but np dot array, and that is nothing but 1, comma 2. But inside a list, right? 1, comma 2. Then separated by a comma. Then 3, comma 4. And we are nothing but printing print lc.sum. So it's a module inside this numpy library, and we are summing what B, and along which axis 1, and then 3, comma 7. And if we do this along axis 0, that means it's 4, comma 6. So that means whatever I have written is wrong here. So this axis, this is axis 0, and then this is axis 1. That's why if we do this summation, because we can uh, because we can print our matrix also. Print B, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Means the 0, comma 0 element is 1, and then comma 0, comma 1th element is okay. So I misunderstood this thing. So what happens actually here? So if it is your matrix 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4. You know in Python the indexing for the first element is nothing but 0, 0. But if you go along the row, it's 0, comma 1. And then if you go here, it will be 1, comma 0, right? And here it will be 1, comma 1. Now they are asking for the axis 1, right? That means which is the axis 1. So this uh, this is the axis 1, and that's why they are summing up along this line. Okay. So you can see in the change in this column value, it's changing from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Okay. So this is axis 1. And you can see this is the, again, you can compare the column value here. It's not changing at all. So that's why its axis 0. So here we are summing along axis 1 means there is a change. So we are summing in axis 1 means we are summing along uh, x, and axis 0 means we are summing along y. Okay, that's it. So if we do this, so if we sum along the axis 1, that means it will be 3 comma. So 1 comma 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 4 is 7. So 1 comma 7. So yeah, 3 comma 7 is the answer. Okay, so 3 comma 7 is the answer. Now the last question is, which math problem Keynes is related to? So if you have gone, yeah, so it's the Josephus problem, and you are absolutely correct. Now, why is that? So I think you have seen in the lectures, like about the Josephus problem and about the Keynes game. So yes, that's correct. The option B is correct. And does anybody have any questions till now? Okay, if nobody have any questions, then let me come to my final slide of this session. So I want to acknowledge the special residence Alaina Agat from IT Ropal, NPTEL team, CMRF team, Department of Physics, IIT Kanpur, and thank you everyone for being here. So we will see you next week. If you don't have any question, then I will close this session. You can ask any doubt if you have from some previous sessions also. And I think I had one more thing to share with you. So here is a program here. I written in this one. So where I was where actually, so yes, here is the program. So here what we have done, we have defined swap case history. So what it is doing nothing. Let's say you are giving it some input. Let's say you are giving it a hello world 1 2 3. So you can see H is capital, then ELLOR is small, then word W is capital, then others are small, then there are some numericals 1 2 3. So what it is doing, those characters which are small, they are being changed to uppercase, and those characters who are uppercase, they are being changed to lowercase. So once you run this, what happens is you see that H is now small, ELLO are capital, then W is small, and then so R and D is capital, then we have 1 2 3. So, on. Okay, so this is one type of code. You can get it from this cultivator library. I will share it on the description of the CG video. And okay, does anybody have any other question? Does anybody have any question from previous session? Like, can you help with the program of natural language processing? So you want to go in the field of AI or I'm getting an error. Okay, oh, sorry, I thought something different. So you are asking from previous session, right? Yes. So what was there? What is your exact problem? I can, if not today, I can discuss it in the beginning of next session. You can just, okay. So where exactly you are doing all these things? Like, are you running it in your local Python IDE, or you are running it in a Google Colab? Okay, in Spider. So have you already downloaded all the files from the shared link that I've shared in the Google Colab notebook? Okay. So I think what is the error here is so I think the file Federalist 10 is not there in the directory. This is a simple thing that I can understand from here. Okay, it's there. Okay, can you share your screen? Maybe then we can discuss it. I will stop share. Feel free to ask anything. Like, don't hesitate. Okay.
Sir, screen is visible.
Yes, this is visible. And so you are taking from federal list and then file.txt, and then it is just saying like federal list 10.txt is not found. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what is happening here? Your first file itself is not being read. So
Yeah.
that means, have you written this federal list and file.txt is there, and then you are doing this thing, and then join the string. All the strings that are there in the file will be appended and read. That is fine. And federal list by yourself and special item, then carry the file. Because of items. Items means you do the authors, authors means my addition, and then the files. Corresponding files are nothing but a list. And then what happens in the list? It will list by author, and then if author has all these things and their files. Okay. Can you go to the folder where you have stored all these things? The federal
Yes.
list total. And where is your program? Where is your program? The Python program.
It is in that spider.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Have you saved it?
Yes, sir, I've saved it.
Okay.
Yeah, it is in that data folder. This is.
Okay, it's your data folder. It's fine. It's completely fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what you have to do, can you go back to your Spider ID?
Yeah.
Now you have its natural language processing.py. Okay, close this one. Close the Spider if you can. And then what you do, you go up in this folder.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, go up. Like, look, use the up key in the left corner, right? Just back one folder back. Go to
Federalist, right?
no, no, no.
Acha,
Go to
Python
yeah,
programs.
yeah, and just search for your program, natural language processing that program, and
That Federalist one?
no, no, it's a Python program is there, no?
Okay, let me check the name first.
Just copy it and put it in the data folder.
Copy what?
Copy this program
And paste it where?
in the data folder if I'm not mistaken. So,
Okay.
it's from Beat 9, right?
In the data folder, I have to copy this.
Yes.
Yeah, done.
Then now can you run it? Open it and run it.
Still same error.
Okay, let me check. My program. So what I have done. So, okay, I had this. I have downloaded the files from all these things. And here I say, so I have defined the papers. I have defined the file names. I have defined the string. Mhm. It's actually the problem in the file, right? Read files. And if I give files, it will be formatted accordingly. Okay, file. So show me your code of what you have done. You have given a file name, and once you are reading it, so that's not it. File and file. Can you put a print statement after like print statement uh, here in the definition in your definition? No, no, yeah, no, no. After the for loop, after the for loop.
Okay.
Uh, no, no. Before this bit open.
Before this token, okay.
Yeah. Print and now it write this F inside this single quotation. Write a federal list file.txt
Federal list.
and then file.txt. That's it. Now run it. I think you got the print statement or not? No, right? Yeah, it's there. It's working. It's federal list and .txt. You got the thing.
Yes.
Now what is the problem then? The problem is with your indentation, I think. So
Indentations are
you
all
see,
good.
you see this strings. It should come after open. But the indentation is correct, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
indentation is correct. Otherwise, it would have gave that indentation error.
No such file or directory. So if the code and the file are in the same folder, so there should be no problem. If I'm not mistaken. So oh no, your problem is here. So you see in the written statement should be uh, inside like below the strings one. So the indentation for that should be. Can you delete all the spacing from the return and just place it below the string?
Here,
Yes. Now run it. Can you check for the spelling of your federal list? It's a
no,
three
it's correct. I have checked already, but yeah, you can check it
federal
again.
list. Find that list.
It's FEDERALIST
Underscore.
underscore 10. One single underscore is there.
Okay.
And here also it is same FEDERALIST. When I tried to give the directory, it is giving an error.
Okay, I will get back to you in the next session. Let's
Okay, sir.
so just paste your code in the chat box. All the
Yeah, alright.
copy it and paste it. Okay.
Something got wrong. My data is lost.
Just press Control G. That's not wrong.
No, like there was other things in paper.
Yeah. Your just press at eight. Go at eight and press. Click there. Click there. Click there.
Yeah.
Just go bit more left. Bit more left. Yes. Click it.
Okay.
There. Okay, fine. I will listen to this. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thanks everyone. Okay. Let's close this session now. Thanks. Thanks everyone. Bye. Thanks a lot. I'm going to close this session.